Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today is going to be something different from what I've been doing so far. It's not running shoes, it's actually going to be bike related, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown and review of my Ribble Endurance SL Disc. I've had it for just over a year now, so I've put a fair few kilometers into it, and yeah, just wanted to give a quick run over of the bike, what it looks like, how it's performed, my experiences with it, and yeah, just any thoughts. So if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more of the kind of content like this, and let's get into it. And here it is, my Ribble Endurance SL Disc, fully Ultegra built, mechanical, may I say, even though you see no cables. That is because everything is internal through the headset and the handlebars. So what we'll do is we'll start at the front and kind of work our way across and down. If you've got any questions while we go, just pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah, so we've got level 5 integrated handlebars. They are amazing. They're so comfortable, as you can see here. Flat, you can rest your hands on them really easily. I spend a lot of my time with my hands on the top there when just cruising. It's very good. The shifters are excellent. I've got really small hands actually, so the distance for me to be able to reach is actually very good. I have absolutely no problems reaching and no problems shifting gears. Everything is perfect there. It's standard, Shimano setup, so no complaints with that at all. Going along, very nice top tube. It's got a slight sheen to it. You won't probably be able to see it. I mean, there's a few marks on it, ignore those, but there's a slight kind of glisten to the black paint here. It's actually lovely. When I first ordered this online, I wasn't 100% sold on the color. It's one of the only 3 stock colors they offer on this bike. One of the others being red, and I believe they do kind of a predominantly this blue, but as the main part of it, and the black is then replaced there, so they swap it round. This is probably the best colorway of this bike, and in person it is actually so nice. It's really good to look at. The understated Ribble logo just there, the little touches, it just all matches up so nicely. I think it's a beautiful bike, but I was a little bit hesitant to start with, so those fears were alleviated when I got it out of the box and put it together. I've had it for about a year, so please excuse some of the wear and tear, but that's part of it. I think you got to use these things. That's the whole point of them. So yeah, moving across, got a Selle Italia BOOST saddle. They're brilliant. They're pretty standard, come as standard on this bike, or they did when I ordered it. They're just really comfortable. I get along very well with them, especially with the pressure relief channel in the middle. That is absolutely key for me. I have this exact saddle on my gravel bike as well. So yeah, I can absolutely recommend it from that point of view. Coming down, obviously I've just got a couple of STR bottles and some Bear Active cages. No affiliation with either of those brands, but obviously, if STR are seeing this for some reason and they want to send me, some nutrition or anything like that, please do. I already use them, so absolutely happy to get that. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I really like this accent of blue. I actually wanted the fully black bike, but the Ribble customization, as much as it is amazing, it is very expensive, so I didn't really feel able to add an extra £400 just to customize the color of this bike. So I'm really happy with how it come out actually. Like I said, was hesitant, but honestly, once I got it and looked at it, I thought it was incredible. So yeah, absolutely no complaints there. Then we've got DB40, so 40mm carbon rims. Again, they're from Level, which is a sub-brand of Ribble. They basically make their own parts. And to be honest, I've had absolutely no problems with any of them. So the handlebars and the wheels are both, made by Ribble or Level, and they're excellent. They're, 40mm depth. Absolutely no problems with them. They're really decent, fast aero wheels, but not so much weight that you have an issue climbing or anything like that, and you don't really get too much of an issue with crosswinds. A little bit when it's really windy, and that's kind of one of the reasons I only went to 40. You can get 60, 80, even 100 mil if you're racing TTs at the very least. And as much as that is aero, it's not kind of efficient for everything. I think 40 mil is the perfect balance for deep set, and also aesthetically they just look excellent. I will say, make sure you got valve extenders if you're running inner tubes in these. I have been caught out a couple of times with that, so yeah, just to make sure that to have either a valve extender or long valves for this here. But one way that I then have got around that problem, I think after about 4 months, I went to a tubeless setup on this. So I took off the old tyres. The rims were tubeless ready, so I didn't even have to tape them. I just got some sealant, got myself tubeless valves, and bought myself some Continental Grand Prix 5000 STRs, which are like their top of the line kind of race tyres. And STR, so TR stands for tubeless ready, and the S series is like their racing series of the 5000. So they're amazing, and it's night and day tubeless to tubed. Tubeless is unbelievable. You can run at lower PSIs. I run these around 65, depending on the conditions. They are just so fast. I just remember the first ride I did with them, straight after putting them on, and it was incredible to feel A, how comfortable the ride was, but B, just how fast I felt on it. And maybe there's a bit of a placebo there where you've put these new cool tires on and gone tubeless, and that's, making your brain think that you're faster. But honestly, I noticed a difference, and I've kept it ever since. I did have one issue. I got a split in one of my tires quite early on. I think it was just a bit of bad luck, because since then I haven't noticed a single puncture. And like I said, I've probably had tubeless for about 8 months. So can absolutely recommend it from my experience. I have a couple of other bikes with tubes in, and the faff of just carrying a tube alone is worth the upgrade, and it's really inexpensive these days as long as your wheels are compatible. But yeah, I can absolutely recommend it from that point of view. Also wanted to just show you the sound of the free hub. I think everyone always loves to hear that, so just going to run that for you now. As I said, it's a full Ultegra setup, so everything is Ultegra for the chain set, the disc brakes, the rotors, etc., etc. It's all Ultegra, and mechanical, it's excellent. I previously was riding something that was using Shimano Sora on an old Specialized Roubaix from about 2013, so it was a big upgrade, and you just really notice it. It just changes like butter, no issues at all. The only time I've had issues is through my own fault, when I've decided to be lazy and cross chain and not go into small cog, and then try and change at the last minute and the chains come off, and that is completely my fault. That is nothing to do with this. I have ridden a couple of bikes with Di2 briefly. My friends have had a couple of bikes, and they're excellent as well. I wouldn't say that they're not better, because I think that the transition between the gears is smoother, but it's more of I think once you've ridden one with Di2 on, you kind of will know the difference. But until you get to that point, this Ultegra seemed like the best thing you could ever ride until I tried those Di2s, and even then it's like a 1% better scenario. So Ribble only offer this bike now, I believe, with electronic gears. I think that the mechanical gears are just on the way out from a brand point of view. They're producing less of them. They can get more of the 105 Di2. 105 Di2 is probably superior to Ultegra Mechanical, but they're similarly priced. So just see what, if you're looking at one of these or bikes similar to this, just keep that in mind, that the prices are more because it's electric, but you do have to charge batteries, you have to change batteries, etc. So there is a little bit more there, but the wear and tear is probably less. So there's a few balances to do there. But yeah, same on the front. Obviously the 40 mil, I haven't done different between the back. Oh, forgot to say as well, the tires are 28 mil on front and rear. I went from 25 to 28, and I used to ride 23s on my old bike, and I'm debating moving up to 30s when I have to change these again. I really see the benefit personally for in a rolling resistance and a comfort point of view of bigger tires and lower PSIs. It is just so nice to be able to kind of just relax and not have to worry about it too much. But yeah, they are absolutely excellent. Again, cannot recommend them enough. And yeah, I mean, outside of that, really, that's everything. I've had this for just over a year. I got it last February, and I have had no issues with the bike itself mechanically or anything like that. I do look after it quite well. Like, I clean it after every ride, or at least a little clean. I think that's the best way you can get out of it. You can see, handlebar tape's just starting to go now. So I need to replace that. One cool thing I have noticed though from it is that from Ribble, it comes double double wrapped. They wrapped it with like a standard bar tape, and then they've got their cork level tape over the top, and it's so comfortable. So what I'm going to do is unwrap that, rewrap with probably the same tape, and keep this base tape underneath because it's just so comfortable. Nice, like a nice level of squishiness and, you know, comfort, not too big for your hands or anything like that. But yeah, this bike's just been an absolute dream from start to finish. I think I bought it for £2,500. I think was roughly the price. It was on sale at the time. I ordered it pre-Christmas or maybe just after, and it took about 2 months to arrive. But even still, I was so impressed with, you know, the price. And now a similar spec one is over £3,000. So I think I got a ridiculously good deal at that time. But if you hunt around, you can get these secondhand on Cycle Exchange, for example. They can be, I think, down to even like £1,800. Obviously, it depends. Each one's got a different spec. You know, the discs, it might be disc or rim brake. I would recommend 100% going disc brakes. They are so much better than rim brakes. And honestly, do not go for mechanical disc brakes, please, unless they have a hydraulic reservoir. I've got them on my Ribble CGR, and they are awful comparatively. I just cannot get along with them. They really seem to wear quickly. They barely stop me, you know. So hydraulic disc brakes are the best, I think, then followed by good rim brakes, then mechanical disc brakes with a hydraulic reservoir, and then mechanical disc brakes at the bottom, or then, you know, rim brakes on carbon. Never do that. I just think it's a bad idea. They're not going to stop well. It's stupid. At the very least, have a, you know, metal braking service. So yeah, that is, I think, everything to do with this bike. I absolutely love it. I can absolutely recommend it. And I think cost to performance wise, you know, you can't do a lot better than Ribble as a straight consumer. This and probably Canyon are the two best, but obviously do your own research when it comes to looking at these bikes and what you're going to get from them. Obviously, you know, you support your local bike shop and everything. So if you can somehow work out getting a bike through them, it's probably better because you'll probably get better aftercare. I'm relatively competent, so I can, you know, do a lot of this stuff myself. I can change to tubeless myself, for example. It might save a bit of money. It's a good learning process, but, you know, you can always lean on your local bike shop if you've got a good relationship with them. They, you know, they're less likely to kind of be able to look after you if you don't, you know, work with them to buy the bike or something like that. So obviously that's completely up to you and up to you how you do that yourself, but just a note to say from myself. But yeah, that has been the review of my Ribble Endurance SL Disc. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please leave a thumbs up. A thumbs up, I'm so old school. Please subscribe, please like the video. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments. Happy to answer any questions at all that you've got. And if you want to see more bike reviews, I've got a couple of other bikes that I could happily review. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.